Captain's Log, Stardate 2015-04.20. Hi guys, Captain Foley back with you for Captain's Log number 2. The first one I did got some positive comments and some good questions, so I'm happy about that. That's what I want this show to be. I want you to be able to ask me anything you want to know, and I will definitely address it. So, let's get right to it, eh? First one is from Warren Ripley, who says, the 1350 TOS you showed in your intro, did you build that? Well, yes, I did. Here it is. It is my first lit model, and I'm very proud of her. Took me a few months to build, but well worth the time and effort. So thank you for noticing. You also said, you mentioned that you don't light models. Well, that's true. This is my first lit model. I am working on the 350 scale refit right now, so stay tuned to this channel for that, as I do videos for the model build of that. So that'll be done, I don't know when, because it's been on the bench for a while, but I got some work done on it yesterday that I'll do a separate video for later today. And yeah, I'm trying to move along with it, so stay tuned for those. But anyway, you said you had a couple questions about the nacelles on this one. Well, feel free to ask those in the comments below, and I'll definitely answer them on my next Captain's Log, okay? I really enjoy Trekyards and the rest of the channel. The guests you guys have been getting are a fanboy's dream. Yes, they are. I speak from experience because I am a fanboy. If you had told me a year ago that I'd be like friends, not just working with, but friends with, like Doug Drexler, Rick Sternbach, Andrew Probert, John Eves, I'd have told you that you were nuts. But here we are, and we're doing really well. But Trekyards does need your help, guys. Actually, this is a good time for me to jump in and say this. We do have our Indiegogo campaign ongoing right now, and we're in the last 20 days or so. So it's kind of getting down to crunch time. So if you guys haven't checked out the Trekyards Indiegogo campaign video, go over to Indiegogo, type in Trekyards, and check it out. I will also put a link in the description below, so you guys can go see that. It's an entertaining video. We had fun making it. So even if you can't contribute anything, if you're unable to right now, that's fine. We understand. But at least enjoy the video. It's worth watching. Like I said, we had a good time filming it, and it's as fun as any Trekyards episode. So it's definitely worth checking out. All right, so let's move on to the next one. It is from Steve Martino. And he says, where do you see the show going in the long run? Do you have an ultimate goal in mind? Well, not really. We started this show because we were fanboys ourselves. We love the tech of Trek, and we wanted to make a show that we would watch. So Trekyards was born. And I'm glad that you guys are enjoying it. We would love to work on a Star Trek series of some kind in the future. That'd be awesome. We would love to have any kind of involvement with Star Trek. Maybe a Trekyards TV show isn't out of the question. We have sort of been approached about it, and you know, we're looking into options. It could be way down the line, but you know, stay tuned to this channel, because there might be some cool stuff coming up. That's all I'm going to say about that right now. Are you planning on expanding the cast and maybe eventually becoming a network? Well, becoming a network would be cool, but I can't see that happening. As for the cast, we're always expanding the cast. We're always got our feelers out. We're messaging people, talking to people. And with the connections we have now and the designers we currently have, there's a few that we still need to kind of acquire or get. But, you know, it's like any baseball card collection or any kind of collection at all. You just need to bide your time, and, you know, finally you'll get everybody on board. But yeah, we're definitely looking to expand the cast. As for the main cast, just me and Samuel, no. We're not expanding that. We're a two-person team. We do a very good job. We have a good repartee. We finish each other's sentences. We work well together. We mesh well together. So I could see you guys doing DVD extras, like cast interviews and behind-the-scenes stuff for fan-made video projects. That would be sweet. Fan-made video projects. It's funny you mentioned that. Yes, of course we do those. We have the Axonar, Alec Peters, as one of our guest stars, as well as Tobias Richter, who does the CGI visual work for that. So if you haven't checked out our Axonar specials, please do so. Also, we have Star Trek Renegades on the agenda coming up soon, so stay tuned for that, as well as maybe Star Trek Continues down the line and a few others. So yeah, we're definitely into the fan genre, and we love to help them out and expand them, get their stuff out there, get the behind-the-scenes stuff, which nobody really kind of sees. So yeah, that's definitely something that Trekyards is interested in. So, okay, the next one comes from Michael. Mech Lord Omega. What's your thoughts on the reptilian ship in Enterprise? Me personally, I love the design. Well, I'm not sure exactly what ship you're talking about. Probably the Xindi reptilian ship, but off the cuff, I can't remember what it looks like. So if you want to just comment below with the ship, specific ship, I will address that in my next video for sure. Any questions that you guys do put in the comments below, I will definitely get to in the next video. That's how this series is going to work. So I love answering your questions. I think it's fun, and can't wait to hear more questions from you guys. The next one is from Dean Lies Stenvelope. I don't know. Just on your channel, I'm loving it. Working my way through your backlog catalog and having a lot of fun. Well, I'm glad that you found the show. Please spread the word. If you know anybody that loves Star Trek, just send Trekyards their way. Or visit Trekyards.com if you missed any past episodes, anything like that. Also, the Trekyards Facebook group. It's a good place to get regular release schedules, etc. And also like and subscribe, like this video, and subscribe to this channel, and you get all the regular Trekyards updates that way. First question. Are the Trekyards discussions available in podcast form? I would love to listen to them at work. Short answer, no. Long answer, maybe eventually soon. We are thinking about that, and it's kind of in the developmental stage. We are a web series, a very visual web series, and we try to steer clear of the moniker of podcast. We've been referred to that a few times, and we need to correct people. We're not a podcast. We don't just off the cuff talk about things. Well, we do at some points in the discussion, etc. But we have a script. We research our facts. We do a script. We have a very set structure to the show. So it's not really a podcast form, but yeah, we'd definitely be open to releasing the raw audio in a podcast format. But a lot of our stuff refers to the visuals that are on screen with us, so it could be confusing at times. But I know a lot of people that just put the show on in the background while they're building models or whatever, and just listen to it while they are not paying attention to the screen. So it's definitely something we've thought about, and we're looking into it. So, second, you have some awesome stuff on the wall. What is your favorite? Well, I assume you're referring to the Trekyards wall in the other room, and I'll get to that in just a second. But why not, while we're here, I'll go through each of my walls and show you my favorite Star Trek stuff on each wall. Sound fun? Okay, let's get right to that. All right, so let's start out with the wall behind me here. One of my favorite things, of course, is this cutaway diagram of the Enterprise, which looks beautiful in front of the 350 scale, I might add. This one is limited edition, 360 of 2500, and it's signed by the artist and the colorer, or penciler, or whatever you want to call them. So it's signed by both, and I got this many years ago, so it's kind of faded, their signatures and stuff, but, you know. Another one of my favorite things, I would have to say, would be me and Shatner from Fan Expo in Toronto a few years ago. I had our little Beam Me Up Scotty and Phasers on Stun, because I found that rather amusing. Also got Tribbles on us, Tribbles in his lap, and it looks like his toupee is running away. But yeah, definitely the Shat is one of my favorites. Well, Kirk is, and yeah. This is also on the wall, so it counts. It's from ThinkGeek, and it's got the door sensor thing, so when you walk by it, it makes the swoosh sound or the red alert sound. I'm going over here a little bit. We have this. It's a 3D lenticular. So right now I see it in 3D. You don't. But I mean, as I move over here, you see the phaser fire effect and stuff. It's one of my favorites. I love that lenticular. I got that at the Vegas Star Trek convention 2 years ago. Model, or not a model, sorry. Puzzle I built a few years ago as a kid, and had framed with all the Star Trek aliens on there. So And of course, my wife and I have the Star Trek Wall of Fame with all the autographs and signatures we've acquired. Many of these were from Star Trek Vegas Con. So they're made out to either myself and my wife, or just my wife, depending. Focus, there we go. This one's very interesting. This was bought from Gates McFadden from her trunk sale. So it's a signed picture of Robert Duncan McNeil, or Tom Paris. And yeah, so we got a signature of authenticity as well from Gates McFadden with that. So it's kind of a 2-for-1 deal. And of course, over here we have the Phaser Wall of Fame. So the Phaser's up there I love. That one is one of my favorite designs right there. Also, we have some Star Trek movie stills from the motion picture. Another one of my favorite pieces. And like I said, guys, if you see anything in my collection that you'd like me to talk about in a future Captain's Log, or have any questions about, feel free to put them in the comments below. I'd be happy to answer them for you. I've done some videos on a lot of my collection earlier, so go back and check out my older videos. There's lots of stuff about this collection on there. So you might already have your questions answered. If not, I'll gladly do a new video for you guys. But yeah, here's some of the collection. So more of my favorite stuff. Well, that's some of my favorite stuff. The Ships of the Line picture, of course. I got a lenticular here called Phaser Battle, which is the exact same Phaser Battle lenticular I have at the background behind me on the Trekyards wall. But we'll see that in just a second. This one's a little bit better color, etc. I got my Articles of the Federation. And of course, the Ships of the Line calendar is always one of my favorites. I get it every year. And thank you, Mr. Doug Drexler, for that. Amazing, amazing artwork in there. And yeah, Ships of the Line all the way. Okay, guys, here's Trekyards Central, down in my corner of my laundry room. It's a little behind the scenes knowledge there for you guys. This is where all the Trekyards magic happens. So we'll just do a quick tour of this, actually. We have here my model building table. I currently got a Katinga on the go. That's a 5/37 scale or 5/36 scale. I can't remember. So yeah, that's a current build that I'm working on. Up here we have some of my older builds. These are built like 20 plus years ago when I was a kid, and have stuck with me over the years. And this is a kit bash I did not that long ago. So I got kind of the fleet hanging up there. I'm going to add the Katinga to that. So yeah, stay tuned to the channel if you're into model building, because I do a lot of stuff. Working on the 350 scale right now. Just did the work on the base to get the wiring in it and get the switches on it. But I'm going to do a video about that separately right after I'm done this video. Add it to my 350 scale playlist. So if you guys are interested in the refit build, definitely tune in for that. So that's the model building table. Under here we have a lot of our Trekyards reference materials as far as books go. We have this is where I take all my notes for regular Trekyards episodes. And then these other ones are for one-hit wonders, Treknology, where I do all my research, get all my facts. There's more of my 350 scale ready to be built. I have a lot more books in the other room as well. I didn't show you guys that bookcase. Maybe that'll be in another Captain's Vlog if someone requests it. But R2-D2 is one of my favorite characters, so we have R2 here. And moving on to my favorite stuff on the walls. Sorry, I kind of got off topic. There's me with the slave girl Leia and R2-D2. And of course R2 is my favorite character, so. I'm also a huge Transformers fan. So I have Transformers, The Covenant of Primus on the wall. There's a book in there, which is basically like the history of the Transformers. My old iPad 2 is in the background of our Trekyards episodes, usually playing Elcars or something episode specific. So check that out in the background behind me, guys. If you see a background without it there, it's an older video because our release dates are staggered. There's a lot we have filmed months ago but still haven't been released. So kind of fun little thing to look for. Here's that mouse pad lenticular I was telling you about. Not as deep and rich color as the one in the other room. But look, one of my other favorite things, of course, is my captain's certificate. It's kind of turning into a behind the scenes of Trekyards, which I didn't anticipate when I started this video, but... And a Photoshop picture I did years ago with myself and the crew when I was a red shirt before I got promoted to captain. And since I survived being a red shirt on the Enterprise, I think I deserve my captain's rank. What do you guys think? The official Star Trek Trekyards behind me there. So yeah, like I said in the other room, guys, if you see anything that you're interested in, I want to know more about or learn about, please feel free to leave it in the comments and I will talk about it. Also check out my older videos because there's a lot of this stuff that I've already kind of discussed, but I'm more than happy to do so again. So yeah, this is Trekyards Central. This is where the magic happens. Like I said, it's in my laundry room. I won't show you the laundry room per se because it's kind of messy right now. But I got a hard line wired in for the router. So I don't have to worry about Wi-Fi connection when I'm Skyping with Samuel, who's across the pond in England. And we have here my Bandai Enterprise. It normally isn't on my desk, but considering I'm building the 350 scale, I have it here right now as a paint reference as well as a lighting reference. So I kind of showed you too much of the laundry room there in the background, but oh well. So yeah, that is the magic that is Trekyards Central. Alright guys, I'll call it a wrap for this Captain's Log. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And like I said, I hope this opens up more questions, more things you want me to talk about. I enjoy doing these videos, and it's going to be something I want to do on a regular basis for sure. You can see behind me here I got more stuff. It's my book collection, Star Trek novels, etc. So, lots of amazing stuff for you guys to learn about and ask about, so definitely do that, and I look forward to answering them. And like I said, check out our Indiegogo campaign for Trekyards. We could really use your help, and even if you can't contribute, please check out the video at least. I'll put a link in the description below. Also, my partner Samuel from Trekyards has just released his multi-era Star Trek fan film trailer for Star Trek Temporal Anomaly. It's the only multi-era Star Trek fan film out there, so I will put a link to that as well. Check it out, and I'm looking forward to that release. It's going to be a great movie. The visuals are, well, the space shots are going to be amazing, and I'm impressed with everything I've seen so far. So I want you guys to check it out too. If you don't know who Samuel is, you can follow him as well. Go to Power543 on YouTube and add him as well, because he's definitely worth checking out. He's got a lot of great CGI work, and he's a filmmaker, so he's got a lot of great content on there. Okay guys, well, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. If you subscribe to the channel, you get more Captain's Logs, you get my model building logs, you get Trekyards, you get so much for just one little click of a subscribe button. So it's definitely worth it. So do that guys, and I will talk to you guys very soon. Captain Foley signing off. Bye.